Welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. I'm out on the property today. I've got some friends out here moving some of my lumber and restacking it because I hadn't planned on leaving it on some of the stacked pallets for as long as it has, and so it wasn't quite as level as it should be. So we're out here. I'm not doing anything, not doing any lifting, but I'm going to have them. They volunteered to give me a hand for a while, so I'll just kind of show you what we're doing. This is the stack of lumber right here that, as you can see, it kind of is racked a bit, and so I didn't want my 2x10 to dry crooked, so we're going to try to get that moved over here as they are getting stuff ready. Biggest job is actually to get everything leveled here, as you can see. So they're getting the pallets leveled, getting it all ready here for stuff. And so we're going to continue the video when we get everything ready and we get stuff moving. I'll come back on. All right, we are stacking. As you can see, I'm getting a lot of pieces with bows in it, and I know that there were issues that we had with some of those trees. I know some of you have put in the comments that some of these actually have they're going to have natural bows in them because of the dealing with trees that are leaning. But these are full 10 inches, and so I've got, you know, half, 3/4 of an inch that I could work with, and I could trim those down and straighten them up a bit when the time comes after they run through the planer. And so I'm not overly concerned yet. And so, like I said, you take, some of you can see this one, it's got, starts out here, there's almost an inch, 1.25 down to the other end, inch and a quarter, so it's going to have to be planed or straightened out a bit. And like I said, I can always do that with the skill saw, get them down to like a 9.5 or whatever, and get some of that bow out of it. So it's coming along. The guys are working away here.
A church. Okay.
Yep, you can actually double them up because those are 5/8. You can actually double them. So you can see down across here, it was kind of bowed this way, and that's what we're trying to fix. So we'll work away at that. Well, it's a little later in the afternoon. Welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. My friends had to leave, but they did get some of the main stuff done that I was concerned about, and so I'll show you here what they got accomplished. As you can see here, the stack of 14-foot material has now been moved, and that's my 12-foot stuff back there. As you can see, those were pretty rough pallets that I'd put down there, and I had, like I said, not intended to put or have that stuff stacked there for a long period of time, but it is now up and moved over here. And so you can see they did a great job getting this over out of the way. So now when I get ready, I can actually move all of that, the top stuff here. I've got probably 20 or more actual 2x8s. So this will be the material that I'm going to be using for the outbuilding eventually when I get around to building it. So all of that now is on the top and accessible along with the 2x4s, and so I'll be able to use that when I get around to it in the future. And so that's kind of where we're at today. It's not a long video, but that was a big help having that moved. The next thing is I got to get the oak restacked. As you can see, I'll just pull, kind of zero in here. You can kind of see that this was another kind of makeshift. I did this quickly thinking that I was only going to leave that there for a few weeks to a few months before I actually moved it, but you can see that it's all bowed along here, and I want to get that up onto a better, get that in a better situation. I'm not overly concerned with a lot of that, because a lot of that I'm going to cut up into strips and use for glue ups for stair treads and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We got the big water container moved. Of course, empty that. I'm going to take that back now because I'm not going to be using that for a while. And so, yeah, it's a slow process, and you know, recovery is not easy, and that's why I always tell people now, you know, be careful with your back, what you're doing. And I'm doing a lot better. Just for those who want to know, kind of an update, I am doing a lot better physically. I have my checkup tomorrow, and I'm hoping that I'll get a good report. My biggest concern now is because I'm no longer doing a lot of physical activity, I'm finding it extremely hard to sleep at night. And so suffering from insomnia, and that's hard because you need that to recoup. And so last night I found myself on watching YouTube videos till almost 4 in the morning because I just could not fall asleep. And so by the time I fall asleep, then the kids are up and then they're noisy, and so I can't sleep, and so it's just kind of a vicious cycle. So I pray that I can start getting my full sleep moving forward and get back to being a little more active. And so I appreciate you joining me today, even though it was a short video. I really thank you for bearing with me, and I know this is not the way I like to do a YouTube channel, that's for sure, but I'm praying that moving forward things will pick up and I'll be able to do a little bit more. But keep watching, keep checking out the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and like I said, I really appreciate it if you would subscribe and hit the like button and stuff, and just connect with me. I like responding to the comments, and it's kind of gives me something to do, especially at this particular time when I'm feeling the way I am. And so I appreciate you all. I pray you have a great day, and thanks for joining.